What we are doing is we're looking at what we saw at the end of week for the stock. This one is Ater. We didn't really look at this one in too much detail on Friday, so what I want to do in this video is I want to do that as well, and I also want to talk about what I am anticipating going forwards into this next week, because of course today is Sunday, Monday is going to be tomorrow, and yeah, we could see some big things for Ater. Now on the day, Friday that is, things aren't looking particularly special. Yeah, we are up, but for both the after hours actually, and funnily enough for the trading day as well, we're both up by 0.12%. That's 1 cent on both the after hours and the trading hours, so it doesn't really account for anything. It's barely no growth at all, but yes, we are moving up, which still is a good sign, but again, not really big numbers, so it doesn't really count for too much at all. But we're talking about all of that in this video, and then looking at what we could be seeing coming for this week. Now, if all of that sounds good, make sure to leave a like on this video. Do subscribe to the channel as well, because remember, this is a small YouTube channel. We are trying to grow. You guys have done amazingly, but I tell you what, guys, we're so close to hitting 12.7k subscribers now. We're literally like 1 or 2 subscribers away from that. Please be one of the people that helps us to get there. And if you are already there by the time you watch this video, do of course keep subscribing. We're trying to push up to 13k ultimately, then 20k and on from there. So thank you for everything so far. And also remember, guys, this is quite a risky stock. I'm sure most of you are informed of this already, and I do talk about it at the start of every single one of the videos, but it's just because I want everybody to know what they're getting themselves into. Ater does carry quite a lot of risk, and I think you guys ultimately should make your own opinions on this one, as this is only my personal views. But now I've said that, we're going to dive into the video. We're going to start here on the simple charts, as we oftentimes do. You'll see on the one day, like you said, we're not moving up by too much at all. Now, from morning till close, we can basically draw a line through that, but ultimately we had spikes in the day, which took us to highs up here at 871. Now, obviously, we didn't really stick there for very long, as we did come immediately back down, some would argue, and then from there, like I said, we saw consolidation at this lower level towards the low 8s for the rest of the day, which really isn't too bad. Again, a consolidation day is not the worst thing in the world, so please do not get it twisted, and we've not had too bad of a week for the stock. Look at Monday, where we started off, we were on 809, so yeah, we've not moved up by much, but you know what, the fact that we haven't moved down is something that we should not take for granted, especially with what we have been seeing in the past month or so with Ater. Bear in mind, back on the 22nd of September, we were sat on 1557, and we've been dipping ever since. Now, what I'm saying for this video is that what we could definitely be seeing right now is the start of an indication of a bullish trend. Now, it's very, very early days, and what this will mean for the stock going forwards is not yet clear. Again, some people think Ater has a lot of potential going forwards. Some people think the stock is not really going to do too well. Ultimately, guys, I like to take this one from a fact-based perspective. And the fact is, when we're looking at this stock, the same with BBIG, the same with a lot of the other stocks that we have oftentimes reviewed on this channel, we need to have the interest from the long investors to see a move upwards. It's basic. I'm sure a lot of you guys do understand that concept, but I am just going to remind you guys, because it is just simple and easy for everybody to understand, and ultimately it is for the most part factually correct. We need people to obviously be interested in this stock and continue to buy it and continue to push the price up to see movement upwards. So will this continue into next week? I'm not sure. I'm sure only time will tell. Now, one thing that I have said in the past as well, and I do believe this is changing, but I said that we were in a little bit of what appeared to be a bit of a bearish phase for these meme stocks, if you will call them that, these short squeeze stocks, which whatever you want to call them. They were all moving down from the bigger ones like AMC, GME. They were pushing down all the way to these smaller ones, BBIG and others. They were coming down too. So, you know, we've seen that in the market in the past month or so. What we are seeing now is we're starting to see a bit of an uptrend on a few of these. We're seeing BBIG see amazing gains in the past week. AMC isn't doing too bad towards the end of last week as well, which is good. So again, it's early days to talk about it, but it definitely could be the start of a trend change coming back into the bullish side for these stocks. Now, with that being said, again, it's not confirmed. It's very, very early. Come out to the 1 month indicator and you will see that a few of these are kind of backing up my theory, but I'll talk about that as we do go on. So what I'm going to do for you guys is we're going to look at the adjusted data, the 1 day, 5 day and 1 month. And we'll start this one on the 1 day. So the moving average is exactly where we are right now. Well, that's very nice. And again, it didn't really have too much trouble catching up, as from about 3:30 we were sat almost exactly flat from where we were, you know, at that time, so it's not really too bad, and again, you would expect it to be relatively close to where we are right now. Now, the RSI trend here is 50-50, it's completely neutral, but it has had that time to even out after this consolidation, like I said, and the MACD trend is still bearish. Bear in mind, this is a lagging indicator, and it probably was caught out by this drop downwards that we saw towards the very end. Come out to the 5-day chart and we get more inclusive data. Moving average is at 824. We can see it's a little bit higher than where we are right now. Again, it hasn't caught up because of that drop. The RSI figure for this time period is at 43, so it's a little bit low, but it's only 7 points away from neutral ultimately, so I'm not really too worried about this at all. Coming out here to the MACD for this time period, we are seeing it being bearish, as you can see, but it does appear to be becoming a little bit more bullish as time does go on. Now, the all-inclusive data, in my opinion, is going to be the 1 month. We have a 50-day moving average, and of course, as the name does depict, it does track the past 50 days. Now, funnily enough, we are almost exactly on that 50-day MA. You'll see that is crossing over where we are right now, and you do not have the pink/purple tab sticking out above or below over here, so that is a good sign. We are basically on that right now. And again, I do want to see us bounce off this level and see a bit of a push up into the next week, but I'll talk about this more at the very, very end. Now, the volume for Friday was about 11 million according to Yahoo Finance. We can see the RSI in this time was 45. It came a bit lower than that, but now it's starting to even out, and we could definitely see this one get back to even more normal levels. But yeah, 45, I'm not too worried about that at all. Now, the MACD indicator does give us a bit of an indication of a bullish trend forming. Now, let me talk about what I mean with that. So, look at this one, you'll see down here these red candles and of course the lines crossing over and becoming bearish. So when the lines cross over, that's a sign of a bearish trend. When we see these red candles start to tick in, oftentimes that is an early sign of a bearish trend. So we started to see the red candles tick in. In this instance, the lines did cross over before that, but sometimes it does not happen. But what I'm trying to say now, these red candles are becoming increasingly smaller, and now we're actually seeing a few green candles pop in, and you'll see the green candles over here are potentially about to pop over the line. You can see the neutral line in the middle. They're about to pop over potentially, which would indicate an early sign of a bullish trend. And of course, once that does happen, or if that does happen, we're going to start to see these lines as well start to cross over again and come up more towards a bullish side, which would be a really good thing. But right now, again, it's very, very early days, but these green candles could be an indicator of a bullish trend. Now, the reason why these candles are forming in the first place, zoom out to the pencil, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So you can see that from this point here, this was what I would call the lows for the time period that we have had in the last month. And from there, we have actually been moving up ever so slowly. You know, it's not been big gains, but you can see a definite upwards trend there. You know, it's not big, like I said, but it is a trend upwards, and that is obviously bringing us a bit bullish on the MACD. So will this continue? Will we see this flat action? Will we see very, very tiny gains on a day-to-day basis? Or are we going to start to see this dip that we have seen, see a bit of consolidation, and then start to move up? Only time will tell. Going forwards into this week, I would ultimately like to see this one start to push up a little bit. Don't get me wrong, guys, I don't want to see gains of 20-30% on the day. That's completely fine, but obviously if we have lower than that, I wouldn't be too worried either. Just a little bit more of an indication that we can start to see some movement upwards would be nice. And again, if we saw that for 2 or 3 days at the start of this week, I think I would be becoming a little bit more bullish on ATER. Now again, I am already relatively bullish on this stock, as you will know, but again, I also like to operate on a fact-based basis. And as time goes on, you know, we want to see the numbers back up what we already know. The data is there. Will we have the numbers start to back this up? Only time will tell, but I'm definitely going to be giving you guys another update tomorrow, so make sure to join us for that. Thank you for joining us for this one. I'll see you all again very, very soon, guys. Goodbye. Thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen, you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously, it is split into multiple sections. Basically, at the top, we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further, we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs, and other hot stocks, including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well. And we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down, you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes, and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that, guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching. See you soon.